Good morning. It's your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Create and Relate. Still recovering. Yeah, whatever this one, it sat me down. It sat me down. I went out one time yesterday, got what I had to get. One thing was not available to me. I stayed right here. Got a lot of sleep, a lot of sleep. 3 things did happen. I put 3 inches on this one. I put 4.5 inches on this one. And I completed my runner. I've not measured it. I just know that it's long enough to cover my dresser with some overhang. I think my dress is like 5.5 feet long. My daughter said it was 5 feet, but if I lay down beside the dresser, that dress is a tad bit taller than I am. So that dress is longer than 5 feet. I'm 5'3". Unless I don't have my feet positioned properly. I don't know. But it's done. And I'm proud of it. I don't remember any of the specs about the yarn. It feels like milk cotton. It doesn't feel like acrylic at all. Excuse me. It's a little of the coarseness there that I feel, in cotton. But I know that I have been focusing on getting milk cotton from Temu if I get cotton, because I don't like the coarseness of cotton. I will use it. I will do what I have to do with it, but it just feels kind of rough in my hands. I really don't like wool unless it's mixed with something else, because it too is rough in my hands, and I don't like the rough feel. So the focus today is to, good news. Part of my waking moments yesterday, I went to Missy's cottage, and she had her Wacky Wednesday yesterday, and I won. I won some deliciousness. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to get it. So Mama C, Sunita, and community, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It makes me happy. Yesterday I focused on resting, which was a good thing. Today I need to focus on eating properly. Even though the scale says I'm up, I know that that's because of fluid. I have a lot of fluid build up in my legs and feet. So I don't know what my exact weight is today. I know it says 343, and I'm pretty sure I have at least the 2 pounds of fluid. It's probably more, but I know that I did not eat a lot yesterday, so I'll probably try to eat some soup today. Yeah. So as far as crocheting is concerned, I have all of this left. It's quite much. Doesn't look like it, but it is. don't remember. I really don't remember any of the specs. I don't remember if it said it was a 4-weight or a 5-weight or even a 3-weight. It crochets like a 4-weight, but it feels like a 3-weight. I did this using a 6.0. No, I did not. I used this. I did this. Yes, I did. I did this using a 6.0, which is a J. And it's very pliable. It's also very stretchy. The yarn itself is soft, but it's not stretchy by itself. So the moss stitch definitely helped with the stretchability. Was it the moss stitch? No, it was not. This is half double crochet. See, I'm out of it. This is half double crochet, and it's stretchy. So I'm going to do the other two in half double crochet as well. Hopefully I will get that on my dresser. I should be able to do the one for the nightstand in no time. I'm not pressed for that, but I want to do, I think yesterday I did a total of probably about 2,500 stitches, maybe more, because I didn't count the rest of the runner. So I would probably say I did maybe a little over 3,000 stitches yesterday. I'm back on my stitches. I enjoy that when I push myself to do so many stitches a day. I am taking into account the fact that I don't feel well. And I'm moving from there. I think my daughter may have diagnosed my gut issue. I did a lot of reading on that yesterday, and it's called Mal's syndrome. And in looking at everything, the only thing that doesn't jive is weight loss. But I'm scared that if I was living by myself, I might be in that category. Because if it weren't for my daughter forcing me to eat, a lot of times I wouldn't. When my daughter cooks and she brings me food, I take into consideration the fact that she went in that kitchen and prepped this food. This is an old-fashioned cook in a young body. My daughter was born with an old soul. So she gets in that kitchen and she pulls out her ingredients. And she's chopping up onions and peppers and even garlic and whatever else. Cilantro, thyme, everything. She chops up everything. And she, according to how she wants her food to taste, will put the base in the pan and stir fry it. And I know we eat a lot of onion and garlic, but sometimes she'll cut up certain vegetables in it, you know, to give it. And what I'm saying is, when I say base in the pan, I mean either butter or oil, extra virgin olive oil. I had a hot toddy yesterday. It put me to sleep. Had a cold bottle of water, it put me to sleep. Had a cup of coffee yesterday morning, it put me to sleep. I slept yesterday. I did. I don't feel weak today, but I still feel fatigued. And I'm not cold like I was. Yesterday I was freezing. Yesterday I was absolutely freezing, but I did not have the temperature, which was a good thing. Subscribers, thank you. We are within reach of 200, and that makes my heart sing, and I'm so happy. Yay! I'm happy for us, not just me. I did record the third nugget of the day. I'm hoping that at some point it increases views. It's in my spirit to do it, so that is one thing that I will continue to do. I got up until my medicinal time today. I just didn't eat with it. But I got it in me. Yes, I did. And yeah. So today's plan is to do the runner for the nightstand, to finally bring the jewelry box out and put it on the dresser, and possibly do the runner for the jewelry box. And to add at least 5 inches to each one of these. These are the biggest two that I was worried about getting done. When I got the other one done, I was like, yay! But these two, every time I work on them, it's like, oh. But I'm going to keep pressing for it. I'm going to keep working on them. They're going to be beautiful. I have an idea to add one more blanket to the Boggy Creek blankets. I know you guys. I know. But I love crocheting so much, and I just can't stop my hands from moving. I can't. My daughter's like, Mom. I know. That's 2 more blankets right there that I've taken on, because I want to make one for my daughter's student who's battling brain cancer. And I also want to, and this is a teenager, guys. She's so young. And I know that age doesn't make a difference to a disease like that. It really doesn't. But I remember younger, I lost a cousin, not a real cousin, not a biological cousin. But back in Carolina, we were all family there. Our church community was so strong that everybody just felt related and connected to everybody. And by the time I went to Wilson Tech, which is where I graduated from and received my certification for carpentry, my cousin lost her fight with leukemia, and she was young. You know, she had just turned 18. You know, and I look at the fact that I'm 60, and I think of the things that I have done over the past 42 years. My oldest was born 42 years ago. She never had any kids. She never got to experience that joy. You know, and the crazy things that you do in your 20s. You know, tell me to go to the ocean and get in the water now. Oh, no. I'll go lounge on the beach all day. I'm not getting in that water. I used to get in that water fully clothed and swim. It was nothing for me to go fishing on the pier and decide it was too hot outside and go dip in that salt water and swim. I'm talking backstroke, breaststroke, regular swimming, you know, just with all the crabs and jellyfish we got down there in the Chesapeake Bay now. Not even, you know, and to find out here at Hampton, half the time they close down the beaches because the bacteria level is so high. It's such a high concentration of fecal matter, and I'm like, no. You know, and I can't say that it was a bad experience as a seasoned person looking back. You know, I remember when my grandmama and mama would say to me, girl, you better stay out of that water. Girl, you better stay out of that water. Get something you can't wash off. You know, and you know, 20, 25, even 30. Pay that no mind. You know, it was an experience. It was an experience. And I'm not wishing any of that away. What I'm saying is, I look at the two young ladies, and even though my cousin was 18 when she passed, this young lady's younger than that. She's a 7th grader. You know, yeah. So, what is everyone else working on today? You know about my plans to possibly start well, I can't start the one for the young lady here until I find out what her favorite color is. I do know that I will be incorporating at least one gray ribbon, which is the ribbon for brain cancer. I'm not going to say what the other Boggy Creek blanket is, because it will probably take me the longest to do. It will be the simplest, but it will take me the longest. And it's not a graph can. And my goal is to of the existing Boggy Creek blankets that I have, to have them finished by the end of this month. So it will probably take me a day or two. I'm trying to make a granny square blanket, y'all. I'm trying to make a multiple granny square blanket with the smaller squares. I'm going to try to discipline myself. Because it's the connecting them. That's where I have a problem. And I figured if I could start on it today and start connecting it, because once I start connecting it, this is how it will normally work for me. I would make all of my squares. Well, I would make all of the inner portions of my squares complete one color. And then I'd go to the second or third round, because I do either 1 or 2 rounds of my first color. And then I would go to the second color and do all of those. Well, I'm planning on making 3 round granny squares, so kind of small. And I haven't decided if I'm bordering each individual one or if I'm just putting them together. I don't know. You know what I just thought of? I thought about alternating the color of the borders. Yeah. A nice Halloween theme would be really, really nice. If I were to do a green and orange blanket and then border it in black and white. But by the time I get it done, it will be next month, so that won't do good. Unless I use my black, white, and gray variegated yarn, then I won't have to. That's an idea. And I could use my cakes, because I got one of my cakes that the title of the cake is spooky. and it's got the 5 Halloween colors in it: the black, white, orange, purple, and green. It's already got those colors in it. I have a lot of ideas. I am truly. You know what? Nope, 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 and nope. I will record today. I will record part 2 of the Starburst blanket today. And I will write down as I go. That's what I will do today. Along with this, and this. That's my day. All she say is my fiance. Every other word is my fiance. Oh. She's about to be a wife. One of those little crazy TikTok songs that I love so much. That one and the one where you do the dance that you can do sitting down, and I love it so much. It's a shame I hear that song in my sleep. And I be doing it in my sleep. Yeah, I told myself I was going to do one day. But I have to be out in the living room to do it. I'm not doing it standing up. I'm doing it sitting on a bar stool. And I'm going to have to be dressed real cute. So the blanket that I won from Miss C's was a baby blanket. It looks like only 2 or 3 maybe rows have been done on it. And she has the yarn that she was using. It was baby blanket size. She asked if I was going to be making a blanket. I told her yes. So whatever she sends to me, I will probably be adding it to it whenever it comes, and I am going to be making a Boggy Creek blanket out of it. I had already made that decision when I wanted. I was like, yay! I just want the yarn into crochet, guys. You know, for the longest, before I decided to sell my crochet, people would ask me if I would make them things, and I would tell them, if you buy the yarn, I'll make it. If you buy the yarn, I make it. I love crocheting that much. But I ran into so many people who would not buy the yarn, and my soft heart, you know that they wanted it so much that I would do hair, or in my younger days go rake somebody's yard, or whatever, to get the funds together to go buy the yarn, and I would make them whatever. But as I got older and started realizing, that in this life, we don't get anything that we don't work for, that we don't put energy into. And if we as creators, and those of us with the big soft hearts, just keep allowing ourselves to give, then it's like the many relationships that I've had that I've come away from with much less than I went into it with. Granted, a lot of the less that I came away with was on the materialistic side. It drained a lot of me as well. I did gain wisdom, but wisdom as opposed to your lights being on, your gas being on, the possibility of an eviction notice on your door. You see what I'm saying? And I would listen to all the sob stories. And please don't think that I am a man hater now. I'm not. I think that there are good people out here, and I don't equate that to one gender, because I probably know 5 times the number of grimy women as I know men, which is a lot of the reason I stay to myself. And I love my crocheting community so much. I feel comfortable in the lives with you all. I feel comfortable sharing my world with you all, because I'm not, my nickname may be Kitty, but I'm not catty. And I don't believe in messing with people's feelings. I don't believe in messing with people's time. I don't believe in disrupting a person's life. You know, I feel that when you get the right connection together, life can go on and you'll both be happy. There's one couple that I can bring to mind, and some of you may know. As I told you, I'm a paranormal buff. So one of the paranormal investigative groups that I would follow was the Ghost Brothers. Well, Dalen, I would call him more the spokesperson of the group. He's the one that got the group together, actually. Is married to a former Miss Michigan, I believe, Stacy Lee. But and both of them are very beautiful. They really are. Dalen travels a lot. He does and I'm part of his, what they call graveyard shift. He goes to resting communities and he does the spirit box. But it's not for the purpose of being disrespectful. And he says it in his opening, you know, it's for the it's for the purpose of visiting those who may not have been visited in a long time. You know, and he has questions just as many of us do. I think all of us in that group pretty much have the same line of questions. And it's interesting. Like I said, it's nothing disrespectful or horror. You know, it's not. Would I let my grandkids watch it? I do. I do. My grandfather was a mortician. You know, and he taught me the fact that there's nothing scary about death. It's a part of life. You know, my granddaughter tells us all the time about the spirits she sees around us. I see them. My daughter sees them. We talk to them. You know, that little thing that you see out the corner of your eye that is never really there, you know, but I don't want to spook anybody. His wife travels a lot. She has 2 pubs in New York, and they just opened a pizza and pub shop down in Georgia. So, not only being a former Miss Michigan and that her traveling back and forth to her businesses, her trying to grow her business and go other places, they have developed a partnership that works so that when they are able to come together, not only do they make the most of that time, they have missed each other to the point that it's almost like the first time when they come back together. You know, and when you find that mate for you, another one that all of you may be familiar with, Mama Kayla and Big Daddy. I so love both of them. I love Mama Kayla's spirit, and I love the fact that Big Daddy is right there helping her in any and every way. I absolutely love it. I do. I do, and I smile every time I see the two of them together. When I hear Jennifer talk about Mr. Cinnamon, I smile. I'm so happy when they take their road trips, and you know, when he spoils her with her gifts of yarn. I'm so happy for all of you. I really, really am. It makes my heart giggle. And so it's not, you know, I'm not a man hater. I'm not, you know, have I counted me out for being in that situation? Sometimes I do. Being completely honest. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm human, guys. I mean, you know, I look at the fact that we've been here in this apartment now for 5 years. And in those 5 years, I had serious interest in one person until we had that adult conversation. And I'm like, nah. You know, and I don't know, I think my fear is the possibility of not being able to find that person who can deal with my disability, you know. And I think the knowledge that I've gained from the past will not allow me to get into another financially sick situation, you know, because it's always been what I need from you in the financial department is to know that you can at least take care of you. I can take care of me and my kids. I need to know that you can take care of at least you. And please understand that you can't live anywhere for free. You know, when another person comes into your space, the rent may not go up, but the use of electricity does, the use of water, the use of gas. You have to buy more household supplies. And, you know, keep that in mind and we can move forward. Oh, no. You know, because I raised 35 kids, people always saw me as the one who would take care of anybody that came in. I'm not selling my furniture to raise I'm not selling my furniture and everything I own to raise an adult kid. No, it'll be over long before that happens. So I am starting, if I can keep my hook from slipping out of my fiber. I am starting, yes, I am wrapped up. I know you don't see this often, do you? When my daughter came here yesterday and saw me wrapped up in this blanket, she was like, you okay? Not all. Not all. She was like, but you've been in the street already today. Next door. And I got what I went over there to get. And she comes out, she said, Mama, you got me some more lemons. I sure did. I know my baby's sick. And one lemon was not going to do it. Because now your mama is sick too. And I got toilet paper, and I got onions and peppers and bologna, because I knew that the kids would want bologna sandwiches. And we didn't have but 2 slices left. And on the odd chance that I might have wanted one, I got another pack of bologna. But I didn't eat one. I made sure they have the other day I got stuff like the Pop-Tarts and the breakfast sandwiches and all that good stuff. We had just run out of bologna. I think I get bread just about every time I go over there because we eat the Martin's potato bread, and that's the only one over there that they have that doesn't mess with my stomach when I eat it. And like I told you, I think that my daughter has diagnosed my condition, and I'm not saying that gluten doesn't have something to do with it, but I think with me being allergic to wheat and soy and what is it, wheat, corn, soy, it's a whole string of stuff I'm allergic to. And, you know, like sesame seeds. Really? Really? So when I go to fast food places and get sandwiches, I have to ask for the buns that don't have sesame seeds on them. Hold on a second, I didn't count. 29 10, 11, 12, 13. 2 more. Catorce y 15. That's my 15. And it's going to have more of a flat bottom. It'll probably be longer on this side as opposed to the side that's furthest away from me, because I do want to make the pockets or the little pouches on the front for the remote, especially the remote. I was thinking about putting 3 pockets up there, one for the remote, one for the phone, and one for my cigarettes, so that would eliminate those things on the top of my nightstand, you know, and I wouldn't be running around looking for stuff. To tell you how non-well I was yesterday, I could drink these like water. That's the Red Bull, and this is the peach flavor. I could drink these like water. They have a dragon fruit flavor that comes in the yellow can, that one too. I got those yesterday, one for me, one for my daughter. I have not cracked the top of mine. Usually I sneak it in the house and drink it. I've not cracked the top. You know, and even sitting here looking at it, and that's what happens lots of times. I'll sit here, I'll see it, and I'm like, ooh, yum. You know, because they taste so good. Oh my God, they taste so good. Okay, so what I was saying is that I wanted to make the 3 pockets to go on the front. I have to make sure that I keep everything on top of it, because I know it's gonna weigh it down and cause it to slip, and I don't want it to slip. I thought about the possibility of adding Velcro slips, but part of the reason that I have the runners is because I want to preserve the life of my furniture. So I don't want to stick anything on it that's going to possibly strip something off of it. So the runners won't have Velcro. What I did to increase and decrease on the other runner, I increased every other row. I started with 15 and I increased up to 45, I believe. So I started with 15 here. And what I mean by that is like I did 15, 15, 17, 17, 19, 19, 21, 21. That's the way I did it until I got up to 45. I just increased on the ends. Each end I would put 2 half double crochet. This one, I think my increases are going to be every 3rd row. And the reason I want it longer, like I said, is because I want to be able to add those pockets. I also thought about the fact of making the runner itself longer, and even making those increases more frequent, like every row, and just making it longer to hang long on this side. That might be a better option. And I could still put my pockets up there. And if I don't want pockets to show, I can always turn it around and put the pockets on that side, and it was still. I like the flow of this one. I like the fact that it doesn't, it doesn't look so drastic. So I like that. I don't know. Well, I've just about completed 2 rows of 15. And another focus for today is frog as little as possible. Because y'all know me, I am the frog queen. And I'm scared of frogs. So Jennifer, since we are like 4 hours apart, and I live by a little man-made lake, how about this? How about I gather all my little froggies and I bring them up there to your lake? Or send them or something. Because I'm like everybody else with the frogs. I don't care for them. I don't mind the noise that they make. That doesn't bother me. A couple of years ago, they were so bad here that every time it would rain, they would be all over everywhere. Living on the ground floor. I went out one night for the purpose of smoking. And I don't know, well, while I was out there, we have a stool that sits out there that we use as a table. Nice little round top stool. So I sat in the rocking chair. Nope, I don't think we had the rocking chairs yet. We didn't. We had the cast iron chair. So I sat in the cast iron chair, and I'm about to set my cigarette pack down, and there's this bump. It's nighttime. And there's this bump on it, and when I turned and looked at it to really investigate, I saw it was a frog. I think it literally took me 0.03 seconds to get back in the house. My daughter laughed at me so hard, and when I get scared like that, I say a lot of those little 4-letter words. I do. I do. And I started calling the frog all kinds of names, and I pay rent here, they don't. I don't know why they're here. I didn't ask them to come. I did not invite them, and I'm a little show I'm putting on inside of my apartment. So my daughter says, Mom, if you want to smoke your cigarette, why don't you go out into the breezeway? So we opened the door to the breezeway. Well, on the address sign, there are 2 little ones on the neighbor across the hall. She has one on her ring. Along the rail, there's just a whole line of them. And I'm like, well, I guess I won't be smoking today. She said, Mama, you can, no, Because at this point, the only other option I have is in my bathroom. And God forbid I go in there and there be a frog in there. That, just no. So silly me says, okay, one frog as opposed to many. If I stay close to the door and I can keep my eye on him, then maybe the frog won't get, he won't get on me. So I'm heading for the back door again. And I see something. I don't know if y'all remember, but I'm arachnophobic too. I see something on the wall as I get ready to open the door. And I'm like, oh my God, what is that? Bring me the spray. I think we got a spider in here. And when I looked, it jumped and it was not a spider. It was another frog. There was a frog inside. So my daughter was able to sweep it up in the dustpan and usher him outside. And when we turned off the lights for everybody to go to bed, we just kept hearing, I'm sorry. And I got up and I come up towards the living room. I'm like, who is playing? You know the little sticky toys that the kids get, that when you smack them on the wall and pull them off, they make this sound. So I'm hearing that, but it's real light. And my daughter's like, no, we got another frog in here. I'm like, Jesus. Okay, that's it. Sleep will not be had tonight. It's not happening. We have gaps under our door about this height. In case you want to put rugs and stuff on your floor, it won't interfere. I took a towel, crammed it up under my door. We have vents above the door. I took a sheet of paper and taped it around there. I made sure my window was closed. My daughter came and knocked on my door. She was like, Mama, you're going to need some ventilation in here, baby. You got to breathe. I got my fan. I'm fine. She says, well, what you going to do when you get ready to go to the bathroom? I just won't go. I'll hold it until daylight. It's not happening. I sat in here all night that night. I did. Taped up, muffled up. I did. I don't do frogs and I don't do spiders. I don't. And it's funny because the quickest way to make me run is to present a spider. The quickest way to make me get hostile is a frog. Yeah, it's definitely a frog. Four rows done. Yay! In case you all have not noticed, I have lazy eye. I'm extremely cockeyed. We tried to work on that when I was in high school. I had a prism that I used to work with. My ophthalmologist was Dr. Jeffrey Robinson, I believe. It was either Robinson or Robertson. I don't remember which. But it was the Rob and the Son. And I was doing really well. I remember telling my next non-ophthalmologist, just the eye doctor, that when I got my next set of glasses, that they needed to make the weaker side stronger than the stronger side, so it would help to keep my eyes focused. They were like, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, okay, here is my prescription and here is the note. And they're like, oh, so basically what we need to do is increase the strength of the weak side to be stronger than the right side. I'm like, you know what I just said? I could have sworn that's what I just said. Almost the same words. Sheesh. So as long as I had my Sally Jesse Raphael glasses, my eyes would stay straight as long as I wore the glasses. When I have my glasses on, I do pretty good. But I had the cataract removal where they gave me the imitation lenses. So when it comes to reading, my reading glasses don't, my close-up glasses don't really work. The only way my glasses work really is when it's like really little print. And then not wearing glasses, my eyes just run them up. They do what they want to do. They look at anything they want to, regardless of what my mind says. My mind says, stay focused and look straight ahead. And before you know it, I'm like this. I like my choice of color with this yarn, but I wish it were a little more vibrant. It's like yellow, orange, and pink. Just wish it popped a little more. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. This will be the end of round 8. We gotta, I don't know, I'm gonna see what I can do in the next 6.5 minutes. If I keep making boo-boos like that one, there won't be a lot. I think I'm awake for a little while. I think I can't make those kind of promises, because all it takes is my back meeting the back of this chair, and for some reason it's lights out at that point, and I'm yawning too. Excuse me. A little more than 5 minutes to go, and I am more than 3/4 of the way through round 9, so I know that I will be completing round 10. I think that's safe to say. That'll give me time to tell you guys how much I love you and how much I appreciate you. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell with the dimples and hit those thumbs, those ever so important thumbs. And it only takes a click. It only takes a click. Leave comments. What else can we do? A whole lot, right? Right. Excuse me. We can share. Especially my little nuggets of the day. Please, 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 please share those. Okay. I didn't do bad. I have almost 4 minutes left. I'm pretty sure I could do those other 2 rows in that amount of time, but I'm going to send my salutations and give you all the proper love, looking you in your eye and telling you how much I love you, and that I really, 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 really want you to focus and concentrate on loving you too. That's really, really, really important. So I'm going to end this before it hits the hour mark. Just know that I'm on my way. 10 rounds done. I'm going to try to get a live in today. It'll probably be around 1-ish. I think somebody was doing 2 o'clock. So between 12:30 and 1. So I won't hold you longer than an hour. And we'll just be crocheting and running our mouths. By then I'll probably be sipping on another hot toddy or maybe just homemade lemonade. Who knows? You guys have an awesome day. Like I said, I love you. I'll be looking for you back over here on Kitty Lane. You know, you just take a right off of Crochet Boulevard, come down to the end, just kind of bear to the left on Kitty Lane, and I'll be sitting right here. I got lemonade, I got coffee, I got tea. So if you want something different, you can bring it along with you. We have a few spirits if you like. Our choice is Bacardi. You can bring a mixer, and as long as you know how to act. As long as you know how to act. Am I a drinker? No. But I have friends who do, and you're welcome. And we'll just sit here and crochet and keep each other company. Alright? You guys go about and have an absolutely beautiful day. And like I said, I love you, and I want you to focus on loving you too, because it is extremely important. Peace out, everybody.